Let's talk about the single most important investment decision you will ever make in your entire life. And trust me, it's probably not what you're thinking.
Okay, so the absolute highest return investment you could ever possibly find.
It isn't in stocks. Nope. Not crypto, not real estate, none of that. It's something way, way more fundamental.
It's you. That's it. The most powerful asset you will ever have is, well, it's you. So today, let's get into what that really means and why it changes absolutely everything.
Okay, so where does this journey even start? Well, we gotta start at the beginning. And I'll be honest, when you first decide to do this, it can feel kind of invisible.
So you might be asking, what will actually happen if I start investing in myself? It's a fair question, right? You make the choice, you put in the work, then what? Well, at first, honestly, nothing really looks different. And look, this is the hard part. It can be super frustrating, and it's exactly where most people just give up. You look in the mirror, same old face. You look around your room, same old place. Your day is just the same old routine. Everything feels exactly the same on the outside. But here's the secret. It's not. Because underneath it all, something really important starts to shift. Think of it like a plant. You don't see the roots growing, right? But that's where all the real work is happening. It's all happening on the inside, totally out of sight. So what is that internal work? Well, it all kicks off with a major shift in focus. It's about moving your attention from the outside world to your inside world. You go from trying to impress people to actually improving yourself. This right here, this is the real game changer. Think about it. All that time, all that energy, maybe even money you used to spend trying to get other people to think you're cool, you stop doing that. Instead, you start using all those resources to genuinely improve you. That's the pivot. But what does that actually look like day to day? Well, it means investing in things like books that seriously blow your mind open, or learning new skills that make you way more capable. And yeah, even spending on experiences that just give you a totally new perspective on life. And here's the thing, you gotta get this. None of this stuff is flashy, right? Finishing a book or an online course doesn't exactly scream, I've made it to the rest of the world. But on the inside, man, those are the building blocks that are gonna completely change where you end up. And this is where it gets really powerful. We're talking about the compounding effect. You know how a small amount of money invested can grow into a fortune over time? It's the exact same idea here. Every little deposit you make in yourself starts to grow, and then it grows on top of itself, exponentially. So as you keep learning, as you keep gaining these new skills, a few amazing things start to happen. First, your confidence skyrockets because it's not fake confidence. It's built on stuff you can actually do. Second, your value just goes up. People notice, whether it's at work or in your personal life. And third, you just become more aware. You start seeing opportunities you never saw before. And you know what the natural result of all that is? Your standards start to rise. It's simple, really. You start to realize, on a really deep level, what you're actually worth. So what does that mean in real life? It means you just stop accepting less. In your job, in your friendships, everywhere. You just stop settling for good enough. And you know what's crazy? Eventually, the world around you has no choice but to meet you at that new, higher standard. And that brings us to the final phase. This is the payoff. This is the moment when all that quiet, invisible work you've been doing on the inside finally becomes visible on the outside. It really comes down to this one simple formula. Think of it like this. When you invest in yourself, you increase your value. And when your value increases, well, so do your results. It's a direct cause and effect. It's almost like a law of physics. Now look, this isn't going to happen overnight. Of course not. It takes real patience, real persistence. But the awesome part is, the result isn't a matter of if. It's not about luck. It's inevitable. It will happen. And that's really the big idea here. Investing in yourself is about taking control. It's about swapping out hope for actual skill. You stop waiting for good things to happen and you start making them happen. So let that sink in. The more you invest in yourself, the less you depend on luck. And if you really truly understand what that means, I'm telling you, the next explainer we're doing is going to completely change your discipline forever.